Well, hello, and welcome to Omar's Garage. Today, we're actually going to be talking a little bit about the latest update that Tesla just released. It's update 2020.32.3. All right, so Tesla does these over-the-air updates on a regular basis. It's something that's actually, obviously this is a premium vehicle. There's a lot of features, but this is kind of like having an iPhone where, Apple, in that case, will send you an update every, so often to fix bugs, to add new features, and so forth. What Tesla does is they send you an over-the-air update. So Tesla will send you an update that will usually, for me, it'll come through my Wi-Fi at home. So it'll download it, and then it'll have a little icon on the upper right. It looks like a clock, and it'll, you can click on it and you can schedule the update for whatever time you want. Usually I do mine at 2 in the morning, 1 in the morning, because the vehicle will be disabled for about 15 minutes normally. So it'll tell you the time that it will take. So whenever you do this, you have to make sure you're not going to have to use the vehicle for at least 50 minutes usually. 50 minutes is usually the max. So what happens is Tesla keeps adding all these new features, which is amazing. It's something that I really like about the car. It's something that's extra. You pay for it, it's a premium vehicle, but there's something that's always, there's new things. Like when I bought the car, text messages didn't come through your display. So now text messages will come up on, on my display, and I can actually read them. It'll read them back to me, so I can I can reply using my voice also. So that's one feature that was added that wasn't there before. That's a pretty incredible feature. One of the other features that was added recently in the last update was that the car will not lock itself when you're at home. And like I have a 2-car garage at home. And if you watch my channel, you know that I have a 2-car garage. And whenever I forgot something in the car, I would run outside, run into the garage, run into the car, try to grab whatever it was, my laptop or whatever, and the doors would be locked. And it would get annoying. You would have to go back inside to wherever you keep the keys, grab the keys, come back outside, open the door, get in the car. So now, once I turn that feature on, when I go into when I go to my car, it's unlocked because the car knows that the vehicle is at home. So if it's at home in my garage, it will not lock the doors. So today, for the newest update, a lot of what they've done for this update is improvements with the Sirius. The SiriusXM radio was really hard to search for stations before. You would have to go through the numbers, so there's like 200 stations, I think, and you would have to kind of scroll through them. So now you can do easier searches. You have logos for the actual station. They're categorized by type of music, so you can go and listen to rock, to hip hop, classical, Spanish, whatever it is. They're kind of categorized now, and they continue to make updates. And also, the XM used to be underneath the radio button. So you would hit the radio button, and then you would have FM, XM, whatever. Now you have a radio button that's for FM radio or HD radio, and then you have your own dedicated Sirius XM button on there. So that's one change that they made, and it's just little tweaks to their system where it was a little bit of annoyance before, but now XM is a much better experience now because you can search for things. On this update also, they made tweaks so that if you have a Tesla Powerwall, which is the battery packs for your house, if you have a solar system, you can store energy in these Tesla battery packs so that if the power goes out, your car won't drain all of the power from that battery pack trying to charge the car. So it'll minimize that, and it'll do calculations, so it will continue to charge, but it reaches a certain point, a certain threshold that you can set so that the car will not drain your battery. Another thing they made a change on is the suspension. The suspension now has different height rights. Instead of saying, it used to say very high, whatever, now it'll tell you high, and it'll tell you how many inches above the ground, the clearance would be. And also, you can set it so you can keep it. Like, one thing that was annoying when I set it to high, like when there was snow or something or things like that, as soon as you started driving, a little while later, it would lower itself automatically. So now you can actually set it so it'll stay on that ride height depending on the speed that you set it to. I think right now it's set at like 15 miles per hour, so that if it's snowing outside and you want to drive, with your suspension up high, or if you're in mud, you can set it really high and you can keep it that way without it auto lowering. So that's something that was done. So they added pretty much a keep button on there. And also, they also added an always auto raise at this location button. So when you get up to a place where there's a driveway that's kind of steep, you can actually set it automatically. I used to do it before, but it would do it automatically. You could only cancel it. So it noticed that if you raised it at a certain spot 2 times, then it would, I think 1 or 2 times, then it would do it automatically. So that's kind of changed. And the other one has to do with notification history. So you'll see a history of your notifications, like if the Falcon Wing was open when you were in reverse, or if somebody didn't have their seatbelt on, whatever it is, those things are now, there's a little setting under, there's something under controls, service, and you can actually see a history of things. And I think that's probably more for the service center to kind of figure out what's going on. But I mean, it's also for you to see, I guess, any error messages or anything that's going on with the vehicle. So that's going to be it for the service update that just came over the air. And so far, I know the XM has definitely been something that has made things easier, and I actually find myself using the XM a lot more now. The other thing that one more thing that they have on there, car left open notification. The car now will notify you if you left the trunk open, a window down, and you can actually put the settings. You go to controls, vehicle, car left open, and now it'll send you notifications to your phone if for some reason you left your window open and you forgot, and all of a sudden it starts raining, and you get back to your car and it's all wet. Now the vehicle will notify you when you left a door open or a window open. And like I'm saying, these are all little features that just keep making the car better. They're little features that I think people ask for. I really credit Tesla for really listening to their customers. Their customers, I'm sure somebody asked, and honestly, I'm sure a lot of the people that work at Tesla probably got really annoyed that every time they went to the car, it was locked when they were at home in the garage. So they ended up going ahead and making these changes. But I know there's been a lot of documented, cases where customers have sent in their request for a change for their system, and Tesla has put it in. There was like a quiet mode, and they put the person's name, I can't remember what it's called, so that the chimes don't ring in the back seat when you have a baby sleeping. Somebody had an issue where the car chimes for different things, and all of a sudden, when the autopilot deactivates or disengages, then it would chime and you could hear it loud in the back. So they made it now so you could only really hear it, in the front. So there's a little options and features that they keep tweaking, and it's something that adds to the value of the vehicle. And I'm really glad that they're doing these things. It's definitely making the experience of being a Tesla owner, the Tesla ownership experience, a much more pleasurable one. And I say that, actually I'm on my way to get a tow hitch installed, which I did have an issue with, just because it took forever, over a month and a half, but they're still tweaking things. Tesla's not perfect. I don't expect them to be, no car company's perfect. But they are, I think, moving in the right direction. So I just want to thank you, for watching my channel. Hopefully, this is, something that'll help you out. And, if you like the video, it always helps. It always helps when you like, comment, or share. Hit the like button, and especially, if you subscribe to my channel, if you enjoy my videos. So I just want to thank you all. You all take care, and you all stay safe.